Hi, my name is Candace Copeland, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about my experience observing in a classroom, observing classroom management. I actually chose to do my observation during field experience, and that was really great because I got to stay in that classroom for 5 days, and I feel like I got to see more than I would have if I had just stayed in there for an hour. And the teacher that I was with, I really thought she was really good. She had a good relationship with her students. You could tell that she really cared about her students and that her students knew that she really cared about them. She employed like multiple strategies for classroom management. Some you seen more often than others. Like, I think her biggest one, the one she used most often, was if it came down to something that needed more than a warning, she would say, okay, well, you're going to owe me some recess time. And what I did like about how she did that was that she didn't take their whole recess. She would maybe like 5-10 minutes, like I would say probably never more than half of the recess. And that seemed to be a strategy that it was a second grade class that all the teachers that taught that grade used, because they'd all go to recess together, and some would have some, they'd say, okay, you owe me recess time. And she had also used that, like if they had not turned in their homework, she'd give them so many days to get it in, and then if it still wasn't in, she'd have them sit there and do their homework during recess, which I thought was good because a lot of times they really needed that practice, and a lot of times they could come get help from her if they needed it. And it usually they'd have one packet that they go for the whole week. And usually it really didn't take them that long. Like, they would still have time to go play. And then, like, some you didn't see as often. One was, like, if the class had been doing really good, then she had a secret sentence on the board. And, like, every week they would uncover, like, she'd put a star on the board when they were being really good. And, however many stars they got was how many letters that they could guess. It was kind of similar to Hangman, but how many letters they could guess for their secret mystery sentence. And they were really excited about that, and they really enjoyed that. She had her desks in a U shape, and I thought that was really good because none of the students' backs was turned to her. Like, I feel like sometimes when you have like the table groups, like I think those are really great for collaboration, but I feel like sometimes it puts like one student that's always having to like turn around to see. And with it being in the U shape, they could all face each other and talk to each other. And so at any time, if one a different depending on what student it was, any of the students that was speaking, or the teacher or whoever, they could very easily look at that person and see what that person's saying. And I'm sorry for my voice, I'm getting over the flu. And I liked the U shape of the desks. I think that might be something that I do. I do like the desk groups too, but I think the U shape seemed to work really well. And then, like, when they were doing group work, not like the group work that you would, necessarily separate out for, but like, the get with your table kind of group work, then they would just go with kind of the row they were in. Let's see what else. She did, I think the teachers in that grade, they worked together a lot for their classroom management strategies, because I noticed a lot of them had like the same exact thing. Like, for instance, when it got time, like after we'd go to lunch, when it got time to get back from lunch, all the teachers would have to do would be to stand up, and the students would know, okay, it's time to start cleaning up, we're about to go, and they would watch for the teachers to stand up, but they all did that. And then the same thing with recess, all the teacher would have to do is stand up, and the kids would come running from the field. And I thought that was really neat, like how I would have thought that there's no way all these kids are going to notice that the teacher is standing up and it's time to go in, but they really did. It took a few seconds and they'd be running towards us. But I do think they shared a lot of, and I did notice that too, is like during recess and lunch, they would be talking about how they would teach different things, or like they would get advice from each other on how, like, maybe they should handle a certain thing. And I thought that was really nice to see them collaborate like that. I learned a lot, and I really did. I really did enjoy my time in that class, but I think I'm running a little bit over the time for my video. Thank you so much for listening.